Welcome back, everyone. We are joined today with Benson, who has recently hit his 10% profit target on the 15K. So he's been bumped up and doubled his account size to 30,000. So Benson, congratulations, first of all, for reaching your 10% profit target. Why don't you start by just introducing yourself to the audience and telling them a little bit about your trading and how long you've been trading for?
All right. Thank you so much. My name is Benson Amoifo. I'm from Nigeria. I had a bit of finance background. I was an ex-banker. So I like the idea of trading right from day one. I always wanted to be a trader, but I didn't know how to get to that point. So when I left my banking job and I started my own business, at the point, I had challenges, financial challenges when it comes to business debt here and there. So I was looking for an alternative where I can make money from something else, you know. So then the idea of trading came to my mind. So I thought it was that easy because I got books, I went for trainings, and I discovered that he wasn't that easy.
Yeah, absolutely. So when was this? When was this, Benson? When did you first start? You obviously left the job in the bank and started your own business. When was it that you first started to think about trading and start learning about trading? How long ago was that?
Okay, that was like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, yeah. So that was it. I started trading, and it wasn't easy. It was very, very difficult because I thought I was good already. I understood so many strategies and all that, but applying it became a problem. So I later realized that it is about it is about consistency, patience. You know, when you have that in trading, you can always hit your mark. So it's a very disciplined game, a very disciplined business. You know,
for sure.
If you're not disciplined, you have no business trading.
Absolutely. So you obviously started trading around 4 years ago, and you mentioned about how long it took you before you started to really understand what it was that made you into a consistently profitable trader. How long do you think it took you in the learning journey from when you started 4 years ago to the point where you started to figure out what the important things were about trading, and you were starting to see some consistent results? How long did that take you?
I think it took me like 3 years.
3 years?
3 good years, yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
3 good years of failures, up and down.
Yeah. And were you trading live just throughout that entire time, or?
I traded a bit with demos, but I went live and I lost so much money. So my journey of losing money made me to understand the business very, very well.
Absolutely, 100%.
And that taught me in a very hard way, and it was a blessing.
Absolutely. And obviously, when you got to that stage, after a few years where you started to see some consistent results, what were the things that you changed in your trading, maybe in your mindset, that allowed you to start producing more consistent profits on a regular basis? What were the key things that you changed?
Okay. The first thing was your emotional capabilities. I worked on my emotions. Then 2, I stopped running after trades. I always waited for the trade to get to me.
So patience was really key.
Was very key. So to a very large extent, those were the things I changed, and I mean, just on a daily basis, there's something I look at in the chart. If I don't see that, I don't trade.
Fantastic.
I see them, trade. So
absolutely,
before, when I just trade anything I see, but when I did a should I call it comeback, when I came back after failure, so is what I see when I see those chart patterns. I trade. If I don't see them,
okay,
I wait until they form. Yes,
absolutely. And was there something specific that you implemented? Was it a rule, or was there something specifically that you looked to that helped you with your increase the level of patience that you had? What was
yes,
it?
Yeah. Yes, I think the timing of the trades. For instance, I decided to wait for every, like for instance, if a 4 hourly candle closes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I learned it from the market. Nobody taught me that. I wait for like 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
When you wait for that time, you will see the redirection of the market. So that I implemented.
So you increase the amount of structure around your entry
Yes.
rules, essentially,
Yes.
to
Yes.
make it a lot more defined, less discretion.
Exactly.
So you were able to it forced you essentially to be more patient with the number of trades, or when you would be taking a specific position. Is that
Exactly.
correct?
Correct.
Amazing, fantastic. So tell us a little bit more about your specific, trading style. Then, you've obviously now you've been trading for 4 years. It took you 3 years to become profitable. Now that you're able to produce consistent results, you've obviously proven it on your funded account with us, hitting your 10% and having the account doubled. What's the plan and the strategy that you're using now?
Okay, I use a very simple strategy. I use a breakout from the support and the resistance. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not just breaking out. I wait for a breakout. I wait for a retest. Then apart from waiting for that breakout, before it breaks out, mm-hmm. I like to see a double bottom or a double top around that area.
Okay.
So once it breaks out and there's a retest, then I go for the trade.
I see.
So that's what I did. So, and I had some other things that I used to check the correctness of my trade, like the trend line, the 50 MA, RSI, and all that. So I just use that to. So
you're using a confluence of indicators, and when all of those are pointing in the same direction, that's when you're able to execute.
Exactly.
Okay.
Of course, what I normally do, I use the top-down analysis, right? I go to the monthly, I check the direction of the trade over the period. Then from the monthly, I go to the weekly. Once they are the same, then I go, I map out my levels
a top-down analysis.
Yes. Then
so you're moving down the time frames.
Exactly. So perfect. Then most of my trades, I execute them within the 15 minutes time frame. So what I do is that I check my 1 hour time frame. Like once I see my double bottom there or my double top, then I go to the 15 minutes. Then I wait for a retest, to the 15 minutes, to the 50 MA on 15 minutes chart. So once my candlestick touches that MA, then I'm good to go.
I see.
I just put a pending order on that, then I write it. That's how I do it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what about in terms of your risk management then? That's a key part.
That is also a very, very important thing when it comes to trading. Your risk management needs to be very, very key with that. Now, you cannot be a good trader without effective risk management. So yeah, I try a lot to handle that part by not leveraging too much.
Okay.
Then when I get to a particular level, before I put in another trade, I must ensure that my stop loss is moved to break even.
Okay.
So then
you guarantee a risk-free trade very quickly.
Then before I do that, I normally take like 50% off the trade. That I move my stop loss to break even. So with that, I'm able to control the amount I lose on a daily basis. But sometimes in trading, there are some good days, there are some bad days. There are some days that you forget some of those things and you just get hit, Yes. Well, cumulatively and average, I think.
Absolutely.
I do my trade.
For sure. And you've obviously now progressed from 15,000 up to the $30,000 account size. Can you give us a summary of what your experience has been like so far whilst managing capital with us on the Funded Trader program?
Well, for AudaCity, it wasn't too easy for me. It was back and forth, but I never gave up. I just knew that I have what it takes.
Yeah.
I knew that I would get there someday. So I didn't give up. I just kept pushing, and at the end of the day, I got to where I am today. And my long-term plan is to ensure that I hit the $500,000 mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon. Then, as I said before, discipline. AudaCity Capital, you guys have been very, very good. I got my payout within 24 hours. I applied today. By the next day, the money has hit me. I was surprised, So yeah, you guys are very good. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to express myself, to show what I've got.
Absolutely. No, it's not a problem at all. It's an opportunity that you're taking with both hands now. So you mentioned, like you said just then, it's not always been plain sailing, even with the funded account that you've had with us. Was there something specifically that you changed or did differently that's kind of turned your fortunes around and has enabled you to get to that 10% profit?
Yes, I just looked at the whole trade, and I told myself that if you really know what you're doing and you apply your rules and your risk management, your 10%, you can hit it within a week or two. Yeah.
So it was confidence for you. It was a big factor.
It was. But sometimes the market does not give you what you're looking for. There are some weeks that trend more than the other weeks.
Absolutely.
So, sometimes in a week you can make your 10%. Sometimes in 2-3 weeks you cannot even make it because of what the market is bringing to you. So you need to understand all those periods and when the market is actually trending. So when I see that the market is trending, make sure I capitalize on that to get what I want to get.
For sure, and it goes back.
Yes.
It goes back to exactly what you were saying earlier about patience and having the patience to be able to wait for the right setups, the right market conditions, so that you can place, profitable trades rather than trading at times where the market is more choppy and isn't able to give you the kind of results that you need to progress your account on. So that's great to hear. Fantastic. And what about in terms of, if you were to give a piece of advice for a new beginner trader, or maybe someone who's listening to this video that may be struggling with their trading at the moment, what would be the biggest piece of advice that you would give to them?
I would tell them not to give up. I would tell them there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I would tell them to be patient. I would tell them to be disciplined, because trading is not for the intelligent people. It's for the very disciplined people.
Yes, that is. I think that is something that any trader can learn from. Increasing their discipline, in all areas of their trading is only going to have an increase the results that they're able to achieve on their accounts. So, Benson, look, that's coming now to the end of the interview. We thank you very much for your time today. We would also like to congratulate you again on reaching your 10% target, having your account doubled up to the $30,000 account size. It's a great achievement. And hopefully in the not so distant future, we'll be doing another one of these interviews when we progress you up to the $60,000 account size. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So Benson, thank you again for your time today. Definitely. And we look forward to hearing from you in the not so distant future.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Benson. Bye-bye.
Bye.